I think we're live and you can't see me because still. Can I be bothered moving my chair around to help you see me? Maybe. If you're lucky. But only because it's you. I'm not really in a fucking helpful mood. No, look, I've got stuff on the floor that probably votes against this. A few water bottles. The occasional cola bottle. Can I face you the way? Maybe I should have thought about this before going live. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure if I'm in the bloody mood for this. That doesn't really work either, does it? You're still not looking at me properly. See if I can do this. The last couple of days have not been great. The last couple of days have not been great. That doesn't look all that marvellous, to be honest. I think I can see me, but I can't see my own screen. Maybe if I turn my brightness up, 2 seconds. Oh no, brightness is up, almost full. Jasper's here. Hello, Jasper. My friend Jasper's always here. Where do I begin, folks? Where do I begin? Tina, shush. Tina, shush. Tina! Enough! Basta! Suficiente. Yo no hablo español. Para mí es muy difícil. As you will have seen yesterday. Bastards. Cabrones. As we say in Espanol. I don't know if I'm in the mood for this, guys. I'm going to try and do TrampCast episode 31. Now, I'll tell you this much. I was going to do episode 31 of TrampCast in 2 parts yesterday. People have been kind of complaining that the length's getting out of hand. So I was going to try and do the core of the program in one and have kind of an after show or an after show party where we just hang out and chew the cud and, you know, talk shit with each other. But as you may or may not be aware, yesterday didn't exactly go according to plan. My life took a massive step backwards as the Guardia Civil here in Spain, sizzle, not civil, the Guardia Civil, piggy piggy oink oink in the frying pan, sizzle sizzle, I stole all my possessions that were outside. My barbecue, gas-powered barbecue, they said was dangerous. Because butane is dangerous. If my 1 bottle of butane is dangerous, the Repsol garage up there's got about 1,000 of the fucking things. Does anybody see an issue here between taking my 1 butane and leaving them with 1,000 up there? Those things are safe until they reach 450 degrees Celsius. Tina! Oi! Oi! Basta! Enough! Sorry, folks. I love her a bit. She's in defense mode. After the Piggy Wiggy threatened to shoot her yesterday. If you didn't see the video. Piggy Wiggy arrived and within 10 seconds threatened to shoot her. And then spent 3 hours here denying it ever happened. But her male colleague agreed it happened, but said it was for safety. Piggy safety. Piggy, piggy, squeal, squeal, safety. Piggy, piggy. She was at my feet. She was on a leash within half a metre of my foot at all times. But I was ordered to put her inside or she will be shot. So I put the dog inside and I came inside as well. And that was a standoff we had, me inside. Now they said, come and get your belongings. Come and get anything that you want to keep. But as we showed in the video, if I'd stepped outside, I would have been arrested. The young lady, Guardia Sizzle, piggy piggy oink oink, invited me to go with her to see a judge there and then. There's no judge at the weekend. If you're arrested after 2 o'clock on a Friday, there is no judge until 10 o'clock Monday morning. You spend up to 72 hours in custody. That's what they can keep you up to. Sometimes they go beyond, actually. Don't tell anybody I told you, but they're quite adept at going above and beyond what's allowed. And the lawyers here in Spain are so afraid of them, they won't take cases against the Guardia Civil. The Guardia Civil here are a law unto themselves. They stand outside the law. This was why today they drove a car at me to try and frighten me. I took a rubbish bag up to the bin. While I was there, the Guardia Sizzle pulled in at a bus stop on the opposite side of the road. I went to the bin, I threw what I was throwing, went to cross the road, got halfway across the lane, the first lane, and a car drove at me. They drove at me. From 0 to 60 kind of. Whew. Now this car had another car on its outside. It wasn't the Guardia Civil that were going to hit me. They were going to cause another driver to hit me by having him on their outside. I crossed fastly and smoothly and safely, aware of what my surroundings were, because I have good perception of what's going on around me. But the Guardia Civil here in Spain are above the law. The solicitors, the lawyers, the abogados will not take a case against them because they retaliate. They retaliate. They stole my possessions and I can't get a lawyer to look properly into the situation. I may go into the Guardia Civil tomorrow and lodge a complaint. It'll go nowhere, but I might try it. I may even take my camera while I try. That will cause problems. Just the mere use of a camera. You saw the lady on the clips, if you've seen it. I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. These are the... So, look, here's my notes for yesterday. I prepared them yesterday morning and afternoon. And after I finished, or I got as far as I got, didn't quite finish. But that's when they turned up and things all went... Things went sideways, didn't they? Things went sideways. Now, I can be a bit of an arrogant shit. I can be a bit verbose and bombastic and... not the original meaning of the word bombastic. The original meaning of bombast is to use a word longer than you need to use a posh, big, fancy word when a little word would do. I do that as well, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I can get a little bit arrogant and entitled when I'm faced and when I'm confronted with officialdom. I know my rights. I stand up for myself. Did you see me offer the piggy a fight? Legally. Because obviously I have to stay within the law. I offered piggy a stand-up fight. A stand-up, knockdown, fist fight in a ring. Marquis of Queensberry, if that's what he prefers. You want to do kickboxing? I'll do kickboxing. You want to do UFC? I don't really know the rules. It appears to me when I watch it that there aren't any. You knock the cunt down and you keep hitting him until he's unconscious. Seems to be the rules. I can do that. I'm dangerous. Never told you the tale of when I put 2 guys in hospital. We didn't cover this in a getting to know you section. I came out of Lancaster police station one day. I don't know what year. It's a long time ago. 90s. 97, 98 maybe. There's 2 ways out of Lancaster train station. There's the way where everybody goes and there are taxis and cars and a parking lot, and then there's the other way where there's just a little snicket through past the road with the castle. That's the way I wanted to go, so I could walk down to the bus station. And 3 guys jumped me. Like I already said, I dispatched 2 to the hospital. The other one stood not knowing what the hell to do. He wanted to stay with his friends. He didn't want to be a chicken and run away. He just stood frozen to the spot. And I walked past him. And I went and I got my bus. The police, I've told you before about me and the police. We've not had the best of... They wanted to prosecute me. These guys were known robbers. This is my way of saying, not a man to be messed with. Look at me. Fat old man. Not a man to be messed with. But they had the force of law, so I let them do what they did yesterday. And I will want to challenge them now in the court afterwards. But Torrevieja lawyers don't want to challenge them. Torrevieja lawyers are under the thumb because the Guardia Civil will do retribution outside of the scope. They will hold it against them. Is what I'm led to believe. If you are a lawyer in Torrevieja, if you want a standout case, I'm here. Come and be with me. Stand by me. Let's go after them. I'm going to stand up to them. Will you? People of Torrevieja, will you stand with me against this tyranny? This is tyranny absolute. I invite you to stand with me. Don't be a sheeple. Come with me. Stand with me. Stand up for what's right. If you haven't already, folks, give it a thumbs up. At least think about it. If I can let this subside a little bit, shall we begin the program proper? I am annoyed, folks. I was telling my friend Joby earlier today, I'm literally ready for a fight. I'm literally ready for a fisticuffs. I am angry as hell. There's only so much I can sit back and hold back and hold back and let shit happen and hope that the law will take care of it after. And then when you find out that the law here is afraid, lawyers are afraid to go against the Guardia Civil. Solicitors will not take them on because they are a law unto themselves. Franco's army, as somebody once called them. You heard me, if you watch the videos, you heard me ask them, do we live in a democracy? One said, no, we do not. And one said, too much democracy. Where are the lawyers? Too much fucking democracy. No, it's not a democracy. Where are you? Stand up, people of Spain. People of Torrevieja. Get off your fucking backsides and stand up against tyranny actual. Why are you leaving it to a Tramp to lead the fight? What the fuck kind of people are you? Contact your MP or equivalent, your senators, whoever, whatever. Contact your press. Tell them enough is too much. We will not stand for any more. Disrespect. She accused me of disrespect for the cop yesterday, for the police. Absolutely. I have zero respect for someone that will abuse the uniform. I have saved the lives of 2 police officers in my time. 2 police officers are alive today because of me. How many of you can say the same? How many of them have saved 2 police officers? Am I angry? Fuck yes, I'm angry. Am I sweary? Fucking yes, I am sweary. Yes, yes, yes. I want to fight somebody. I'm that angry. I'm using all my willpower to hold back. Yesterday, I used all my willpower. I used it all up, holding back, while they robbed me of my possessions. Some things that were bought for me recently, at the time, it was the big ticket items that I noticed. The table, the chairs, the sun loungers. I didn't notice the clothes dryer and the solar powered light that my friend Karen bought me 3 or 4 weeks ago that they took. My knives, my forks, my spoon. Do you know how long I had no fucking knife, fork and spoon? Those took me a year to gather. They labelled them a fire risk and took them. 12 or 15 empty plastic water bottles, 8-litre water bottles. They told me were a fire risk. Muy peligroso. Very dangerous. My gas barbecue. Muy peligroso. There's a fucking petrol station, a gas station at the top of the road with about 1,000 gas bottles there now. They didn't confiscate those. You want to know about muy peligroso? You want to know about danger? Go there. Go there. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm dejected. I'm disappointed in the people of Torrevieja. I expected you to come to my aid. I expected the lawyers to stand up to the police. That's your fucking job. Chicken shits. When the lawyers don't dare go against the fucking police, we have a word for that. Tyranny. Tyranny actual. That's what we're looking at. When your lawyers dare not go against the Guardia Civil because the lawyers will come under attack themselves. There will be reprisals. People of Torrevieja, you are paying for this shit. You pay for the police. You pay for the Guardia Civil. I ask you, what do you get for your money? Are you afraid to criticise the Guardia Civil because they'll come after you? If you're afraid, then it's time to use the ballot. I'm proposing a new political party. You need to vote these scum out. Get rid of the politicians that do not stand with you against the Guardia Civil. If your politicians and your lawyers are frightened of the Guardia Civil, if they're frightened of your police force, tyranny actual. Thumbs up, folks. We're facing tyranny actual. This is a war. I will lead you into battle if I have to. I don't want to, but I fucking will. I will lead a fight against these people. I will fight back. Tomorrow, I'm going into the Guardia Civil to make a complaint. Without a lawyer, because the lawyers are chicken shit and won't back me. The lawyers are afraid of the Guardia Civil. Because the Guardia Civil take action outside the lines. Today, I had a car driven at me. Yesterday, they tore up my tent pegs, they shook my tent. They tried to stir my dog into biting them so they could shoot it. That's my conclusion, watching back what happened yesterday and seeing all my tent pegs lifted up. The Guardia Sizzle are a bunch of piggy, oink, oink, bacon, sizzle, sizzle in the fucking pan. I offered a man against man, hand-to-hand combat in the ring, Marquis of Queensberry rules. He turned me down. Because she was the fucking protagonist. He was the bitch that was just coming along for the ride. Bitch maid. She was the boss. I'm told this is a lady who arrested somebody a few weeks ago. Get this. Guy falls asleep next to his pool on her sunbed with a mattress, yeah? She arrests him and says that that mattress was stolen 7 kilometers away earlier that day. Same woman. Private property, next to his own pool, arrested. Where are the lawyers? Okay, folks, let's take it down a notch. I get a little bit angry sometimes. I'm a fighting man. It's in my nature. I don't know if you can tell. I've been very polite. I've been very... In all my dealings with you guys, I've tried to be polite. I swear. I drink. I smack people when I need to. When I have to. If I need to. I'm very good at violence. Never without cause. I'm controlled with my violence. The application of force is what makes a man a man. Whether that force is applied to building a structure, building a bridge, digging a trench, the use of brute force, that's what a man is. When a lady wants the car boot unloading after going shopping, that's a man's job. The application of force is what unloads a car and brings the shopping in. If you've got 3 or 4 5-litre, 8-litre bottles of water that you want bringing in, the lady leaves it to the man. When you want the bins putting out, the nasty, the unsavoury, the bad jobs, it's the man's work. That's the man's job. You want a drain unclogging. You need someone to put the hand down the toilet and unclog whatever's there with a hand or with... It's a man's work. It's what we do, guys. We do the unsavoury things. We do the things other people don't want to do. We apply force where force is needed when it's needed. That's man stuff. Might not be sociably acceptable to say out loud. But anybody in a relationship knows that these roles divide in this way. Ladies do the conciliatory, the making friends, the inviting people round, let's cook, let's have a meal together, but when you want something nasty doing, someone has to put their hand down the toilet and unclog it. Man's work. Put a plunger down and unclog it and have a bit of it spit in your face when you pull the plunger out. Man's work. Carry the bins out. Man's work. The application of force where necessary, whether directed at a neutral task or whether directed outwards at people. Man's work. I do violence. I do it rather well. I caution anybody. I told a guy last week not to fucking get mouthy with me, not to get shitty. I think I threatened to rip his head off and shit down his neck. And then snap his arms off and bat his head around with the soggy end of his arms. Decide for yourselves whether those are just words. I come across 99% of the time as a nice guy. And I am. Until I don't need to be. Right now, I have an internal anger building with inside me, ready to come out. I'm not a happy chappy. Anyone doubt me? Try me. Try me. Let me prove myself. Okay, folks. Shall we begin? This is episode 31 of TrampCast, scheduled originally for April the 21st, 2024. Today is April the 22nd because events. I am Delta Mike, not my real name. Them's my initials, NATO phonetic alphabet for radio communications. DM, Delta, my Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta, Echo Foxtrot Golf Hotel India Juliet Kilo Lima, Mike, DM. I'll answer to Mike, because why wouldn't I? I'm a nice guy after all. Down and out in Torrevieja, down and out. A tramp, a hobo, a homeless person. A person of no fixed abode, destitute. There are other synonyms. I'm angry, so they're not coming to mind at the minute. Check out any other podcast for a long list of these words. In Torrevieja, Delta Mike, down and out in Torrevieja. Torrevieja, that's a city on the southeast coast of Spain. It's a city that apparently can't control its police force. Police forces. It's Guardia Civil. Guardia Sizzle. Bacon, bacon, oink, oink in the frying pan. Sizzle, sizzle. Yeah, I know I'm making enemies. I know they're going to come after me. I know that what I'm doing is not sensible. I know you would do it differently. But you're not me, and you never will be, will you? Bacon, bacon, oink, oink. Come and get me. Come and get me! I will fight you in a boxing ring. If you prefer, I will fight you outside a boxing ring. Your choice. But remember, after you've made the choice, the decision's on you. I'm good at what I do. I'm not always Mr. Nice Guy. Try me. Try me. See me. I'm here waiting for you. Piggy, piggy, oink, oink, sizzle, sizzle in the frying pan. They stole my frying pans, guys. They stole 4 frying pans. I know. Because they wouldn't want to take away things that you rely on for survival, no? Like your stove for cooking, or your frying pans. They wouldn't be allowed to do that, surely. What do you think? What do you think? Is my anger shining through? I hope it is. Torrevieja, city on the southeast coast of Spain. Costa Blanca South, in the Alicante region, in the Comunidad Valenciana. And all those levels are not controlling the police here properly. Each one of them are letting the police be out of control. I blame all of them. I blame all of you. If you're paying taxes here and you're not, if you didn't ring your police station today and make a complaint, I blame you. This shit is on you, the people of Torrevieja. This shit doesn't happen by accident. You let it happen. You're sat quaking in your boots in case the Guardia Civil bring retribution against you. Your cowardice is enabling them. Cowards, the lot of you. Give us a thumbs up. If you did not contact the police today and make a complaint against them, then you're a coward. At least I think you are. Prove me wrong. Make the fucking complaint. Ring them and make a complaint. I dare you. Dare you. Dare you make the complaint. Is your reason for not complaining that you think I'm wrong? Or that you're frightened they'll come after you if you complain? And if it's the latter, what does that say about you? What does that say about the town you live in? People of Torrevieja, stand up for yourselves! What the fuck are you doing? Your lawyers dare not make a complaint because the chief of police is the prosecutor who works 5 days out of 7 in the same room as the fucking judge. They work together. They're colleagues. The chief of police, the prosecutor, and the judge. They work together day in, day out. They go for Christmas lunch together. They probably go around each other's house once a month for drinks and nibbles. Your prosecutor and your judge work together. Your lawyers and your press are afraid to say anything bad about the Guardia Civil. I've had warnings from friends not to make this particular not to make this particular point, because they'll come after. I've had friends who come here but park away because they don't want the car to be associated with me and my site, me and this area. People are afraid of the Guardia Civil. The people of Torrevieja are afraid of the police force that they pay for. Get that? Get that? I'm not afraid of them. Stand with me, friends. Come with me. Stand with me. We can defeat this evil. Stand up. Come and talk to me. DeltaMikeTorrevieja at gmail.com. Let's talk. I'm on WhatsApp. I'm on Messenger. I'm here in the fucking field. Come and talk. Don't be afraid of these people. Just because they've got guns and a bulletproof vest. Just because. Remember, folks, I'm the guy who punched a man in a bulletproof vest and I bruised his chest with my punch. That's their allegation in a court case that they want to bring against me. My punch is so superior. My punch is so superior that even though I never threw a punch, I bruised him through his bulletproof vest. I am that man. If you want a hero to stand behind, I'm him. I'm here, I'm now. Come, stand with me. Be with me. We can defeat this evil. I've got a feeling, folks, that we're not actually going to do the fucking TrampCast today. Fuck that. I don't know if we're going to do it ever. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another day, but not today. I don't feel the people of Torrevieja are with me. I think they're afraid of their police force. I'm not. I've stood toe-to-toe with them on multiple occasions. I will stand toe-to-toe with any man or woman, anywhere, anytime, ever. Big ones, little ones. Ones with big muscles, one with little muscles, one with knives, one with guns, ones with whatever. I will stand toe-to-toe. Not afraid of you. Angry with you. Annoyed with you. Capable of doing you serious harm. I am that man. I make no bones about that fact, folks. How would I put this? I'm a nice guy. 99 times out of 100, or 999 times out of 1,000, you'd want to come and have a beer with me. You'd want to chill out and relax with me. I'm a nice guy. You do me wrong, I will rip your fucking head off. I will snap your arms off and bat your head around the floor with the soggy end of your arm. I am capable of great violence. But I use that judiciously. I don't go around beating up grannies. I don't go around beating up little old ladies. I've said before, if there's trouble in a pub, I move towards the trouble. I step in between the trouble. I'm the guy that you want on your side when trouble happens. Come with me. Be with me. Stand behind me. We can defeat this evil. The people of Torrevieja are afraid of their police force, their Guardia Civil. Their lawyers are afraid of them. Oh, go find a specialist. We can't help you with this. It's not our thing. They'll come after us. We'll get a reputation for going after them. They'll hold it against us. Look at me. Look at me. Do I look afraid? Did I look afraid yesterday? I faced them. I faced up to them. I quoted law. I quoted legal principles. I don't know Spanish law, the ins and outs. I know generic legal principles that hold in most democratic countries. Did you hear them? When I asked, is free speech allowed when I'm in my home? When I'm inside my home? Can I be guilty of public order type offences? Can I be guilty of swearing at or recording or doing things against them? Hey, Cameron. I'm not going to stop being a tart, mate. I'm angry. I have to vent. You don't have to watch me vent, folks. If this isn't for you, if you disagree with me, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the chat or in the comments after if you disagree with me. I am losing it, you're right, Jenny, yeah. I'm angry. But I don't think that means that I don't have a right to voice my concerns about the police where I live. I have the right. Now, my lawyers, or lawyers in general, don't want to take the case. They don't want to pick it up because repercussions. When your lawyers are frightened to act in pursuant of the law because repercussions, I should tell you something. Hey, Patrick. I'm just ranting, my friend. I'm just venting. I'm telling people that I'm capable of great violence, but that generally I choose not to do violence. But I'm on the cusp. I'm on the edge. I'm angry. I'm angry that the police are acting outside the law and that no one will stop them. Citizens won't stop them because they fear repercussions. Lawyers won't stop them because the lawyers fear repercussions. Tyranny actual. And I've got people telling me to stand down, take a break, shut up, be quiet, blah, blah, blah. Not in my nature, people. It is not in my nature. Yeah, I'm clearly on their radar. It's why they've been here 3 or 4 times in the last 3 weeks. The lady that came yesterday, the one that was the main protagonist or antagonist, she was the one that was driving. If you watched the video the other week where they drove past and then we went for a walk, she commented to my oppo in the other guy in the field. They got him and they commented that that they drove past and then we disappeared. They seemed to think it was somehow an infraction of the law that we went away while they turned around. Not my job to make it easy for you folks. If you want to come and interrogate me, it's not my job to partake in your investigation. If I can turn away and walk away before we begin a consensual encounter, I will. If I can shut up during a consensual encounter, I will. If I'm detained, I will probably shut up entirely and just tell you to go away. It is not my job to make your investigation easier. There are 3 types of a conversation a police officer can have with you. Consensual. Hello, sir. How are you? How are you doing today? And you do that and you talk. Then there's the one where they tell you you're detained and you may not leave while they undertake an investigation. You are under no obligation to take part in that investigation. It is not obstruction to not answer their questions. You can just stay quiet. Like when she was asking me if I had paperwork to prove I had the owner's permission to be here. And I said, have you got any indication that I don't have the owner's permission? It's not for me to prove my innocence. It's for them to prove my guilt. So that's step 2. When they're detaining you, not allowing you to leave, they've seized your person, but you're not allowed to leave. And then there's under arrest, where obviously you're in handcuffs, you're taken away, you're removed from the scene, and what happens happens. But not my job. Not my job to partake in their investigation. Tina, shush, shush. Not my job to carry out their investigation, to give them paperwork to prove whether I've got the owner's consent or not. They'd already shown me they didn't know who the owner of the land was, while telling me it's public, but they weren't actually sure. We'd already gone down that route. Sorry folks, dry throat. Cheers. If you're playing along at home, and I know Patrick doesn't, but drink! Probably just lost 2 subscribers with that. I probably lost 10 with this rant. Guys, I'm a tramp. I live in a field. Before I was a tramp, I haven't always been a tramp, you know? I had a life. As I've said already, I'm really, really good at violence. Controlled. In its place. The application of force. I've heard people get this. I was in a discussion a few weeks ago where somebody suggested that violence is never the answer. And I suggested that Mr. Churchill in World War II begged to differ. The application of violence is the solution to far, far more problems than you would give merit. It's basically the cornerstone of civilization, the underlying threat of violence, the underpinning. Don't attack this country because we will do violence on you if you do. Don't attack our city, said Rome, because if you do, we will queue up big time. The application of violence is the cornerstone of civilization. It takes, there's an old saying about it takes 3 strong men to make a village. Basically means, if you want to have a guy, let's say 100 houses, and you're going to have a marketplace, and you're going to have a bar and a church, you know, you're going to have a pub and a church. What stops things getting out of hand is having 3 strong men who are prepared to say, don't do that, or else I'll smash your face in. I will, if you get out of hand, I will do violence on you. That's what civilization is. Men who say, don't, because me. Do not do that because I will stop you. That is civilization. You might not like it, but that is the underpinning. It takes 3 strong men to make a village. And from there you build towns, communities, cities, countries. It all builds from that. Don't do that because I will do this to you. I am very good at the application of violence. But I temper that. I control that. If you watch Jordan Peterson, he talks about this. He talks about how the application of force by men is what has built society. It's what builds buildings, it's what builds bridges, it's what builds motorways. Men with shovels using force to make a hole, and then to fill it and to even it out and to do whatever. Is it a foundation? Is it a road? Is it a building? Whatever. Force. Men and force. Tina girl. Tina. This. Hey, Tina. Oh, she's away. Oh, motorbike. Tina girl. Tina girl. Hey. Tina. Tina girl. We got a visitor, folks. I'm live. I'm on YouTube. It's okay. It's okay. It's Tom, yeah? It's Tom. A friend that visited yesterday. Tina girl. Here we go. Tina, friend, amigos. Hold on. I got people telling me to shut up. Tina, enough. Hey! Oh, look at this. Come on, amigos. Thank you, my friend. Do you want to be on YouTube? Or do you want to stay? You don't want to? Okay. My friend Tom doesn't want to be on YouTube. He's just dropped by with some water because you saw yesterday they stole 12 of my empty water bottles. Plastic water bottles, folks, like this. Hold on. Like this. You see the water bottle? That, but empty, was a fire risk. Oh, you're a superstar. Right. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Come on. See that, folks? There are good people in the world. There are good people, not afraid to be associated with a tramp who's in a battle with the Guardia Civil. You want the scene, but today they drove a car at me.
Did they?
They fucking did. I crossed the road.
Yeah.
And they pulled up in the bus stop on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
And when I went to the bin, and then when I came out, I stood at the garage. Let me go past. Oh no, I'm on the way. I'll go past you. I stood at the garage, the Repsol garage. Guys, remember I was saying about the gas bottles they took because they were dangerous? The butano is muy peligroso. There are 2,000 fucking gas bottles there. Repsol sell gas bottles. There's 1,000 of the bastard things. But they take my one because muy peligroso. Bastards. But, nah. Oi! Let me show you, folks. Just let me come here. While I'm here with my friend Tom. Oh, you see the petrol station there, with its thousands of gas bottles. There's a lorry comes, a wagon comes every morning and picks up a few hundred and puts them on the wagon and they take them off to customers. When I crossed, do you see those cars dead ahead there? To the right of in that road that's opposite. I crossed the road here, and the police car, the Guardia Civil, pulled into the bus stop opposite there. You see the bus stop? Pulled in there. And when I'd been to the bin and was ready to come back, I got halfway across the first lane, and they pulled out of the bus lane and accelerated towards me. Let me put the camera on me. On the star where it belongs, folks. The bastards accelerated towards me, but with another car on their shoulder, on their left shoulder. So even though they missed me, the other car was closer. I was confident in my ability to get across the road without them being anywhere near. But why did he do that, do you think? Why did he do that? Was it an accident? What do you think? You think it's an accident? You think it was a random chance thing that he happened to accelerate right at me? Oh, let's go back, folks. Let's go back. My mate here has brought me a beer. My mate's brought me a beer. I'll keep you off camera. But the lawyers are afraid of them. The lawyers won't take the case.
Will they not?
No.
Well, it's not. I wouldn't think it's that they're afraid. It's that they think they're on a loser more than. else they think you won't pay.
No. They literally said it's more trouble.
Yeah.
They indicated it's repercussions.
For you anyway.
It's repercussions. You gonna come and have one with me, or?
Of course.
Of course. I've only got the one chair, my friend.
Okay.
Hey folks, just give me a second. I'm just gonna move some stuff around. I had more chairs yesterday. Now I don't have as many chairs. I wonder why that is. Bastards. Let's free up a chair. Hey Tina, let's put this.
Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I got to worry about it, my friend. I got to be a good. I got to be a good host. Yeah. We have to make. I was just telling people that potentially I'm a very violent man.
You're a very violent man.
I am capable of great violence.
Right.
Tina, out the way.
Well, it's lucky we're not married, so isn't it?
I'm not. I never. Oi! Tina girl. No, my point was capable of great violence, but it's restrained. What's going on here? Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Which way do you want? Okay, folks, are we back? Tina girl.
Are you broadcasting at the moment?
I am, yeah. I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm trying to keep you off, but
Yeah.
I'm going to call it. I was going to do my weekly show, but no, it's not you. I went on a rant.
All right, okay.
I didn't do the show. I went ranting. Where are we, folks? There's the sun. Can you see me? There's me. Hey. Like I said, don't be frightened of me. I'm not a bad man. Capable of great violence, great force, great effort. Dig a hole, build a bridge. You know, I'm the kind of guy that if trouble breaks out in a bar, I'm the kind of guy you want there. I move towards the trouble and I break the trouble up. You saw, if you were here a couple of weeks ago when there was a car crash at the top of the road, I moved towards the car crash. In case anybody needed life-saving help. That's me. I move towards trouble. I'm the guy you want on your side if shit happens. But do not bring shit to me. That's when you don't want me. You do not want to be standing toe-to-toe against me. And I say that to the Guardia Civil. In all legal ways, I will hold my ground. When the guy was shaking my tent yesterday and I threatened to come outside and slap him, I would have. I will defend me. I will defend my home. You ripped up all the tent pegs. You unclipped this. They're still here, look. Come here, Tina. I haven't done anything yet. You unclipped this. You undid this. You pulled this out of the ground. You pulled this out. You pulled this out of the ground. You pulled this. You pulled this wire up and out. These guy lines, these tent pegs. You did all of this. People of Torrevieja, your Guardia Civil are a petty bunch of know-nothing little girls. I offered him a fight in a boxing ring, man to man, hand to hand. Fat old man against young, what do you call them, squaddy types. They think they're military. Try me. Try me. Okay guys, I'm going to let it go there because I'm just repeating myself. You can see I'm angry and we're going nowhere. Okay folks, Tina girl, from Tina girl, turn this way. Hey, hey, from Tina. And from me, Delta Mike. Out.